Welcome, dear listeners, to the one and only, the incomparable, the occasionally coherent Three Guys and Sometimes Bob podcast, proudly sponsored by the ever so versatile Cigar Cave and the artisanal masters at Steam Distillery.
Broadcasting live from the multifaceted wonder of the world, the Cigar Cave Tobacco Alley, lube, oil, tire shop, and hair salon, where life's essentials meet in a symphony of tobacco, treads, and trim.
Join us, your amiable hosts, and our enigmatic Bob, as we navigate the smoky corridors of casual banter, drifting from the profound to the profoundly absurd. Our conversations are as unpredictable as the services offered at our illustrious recording venue.
Whether you're tuning in for a metaphorical oil change of the mind, a philosophical haircut, or just to hear the latest in steam-distilled wisdom, you've come to the right place. Here at Three Guys and Sometimes Bob, every episode is a unique blend of insights, laughter, and the unexpected.
Sponsored by the Cigar Cave for your finest smoking pleasures and Steam Distillery for those spirited debates. We invite you to relax, light up a cigar, pour a glass of expertly crafted spirit, and enjoy the ride. It's not just a podcast, it's an experience.
Oh, shit, there we go.
We're back. Okay.
All right. Got us mid-stroke.
Mid-stroke. So, welcome. Here we are, episode 8.
Wow.
Close it up.
How many are on the website?
7.
7, okay.
Yeah, as of this morning.
Wow.
Yeah, I get up early on the day we're supposed to. And
Right.
post the last 2 weeks worth. I don't know. And yet Bob is here again. This is like a streak now, Bob. 3 days in a row or 3 weeks in a row.
Well, you're going.
So that's almost 50%.
We'll be here for next week, and then I have no idea what my assignments are.
We're back to sometimes?
We're back to sometimes.
Yeah.
You haven't got your.
Well, I
your-
know we got to go down, but I
You haven't got your
don't
orders
know
yet.
anything past the second week of March.
Oh, no sense of living life further than that.
No, you don't never know when you're going to get hit by a truck
Long way
outside.
off, you know.
Yeah.
Laying down some stairs.
I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow.
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing the rest of the day.
I do. I know what I'm doing.
Oh, well, I know exactly what you're doing.
Which Asian restaurant you going to
I don't know yet. But
Somewhere in San Jose.
I'm heading south.
today?
Yeah.
Oh, good for you.
Driving to San Jose and then flying to San Diego tomorrow.
Why not just drive all the way to San Diego if you're already in San Jose?
Yeah,
It's
you're
about you're about
halfway
50%.
there.
Yeah, I mean or just drive to Medford and fly. They got an airport there last time I heard.
Yeah, they do. It's not even a Quonset hut anymore.
No, they've upgraded.
It's
a couple times down.
international.
It's international. You can go to China.
Yeah, be a few other airports. But fucking fly to L.A., it's an act of Congress to get down there.
Well, you got to go through San Francisco, then up to Seattle, over to Salt Lake, then to LAX.
I've been working on
About
that.
Denver.
Oh, maybe Denver sometimes, depending on what airlines you're going through.
Phoenix.
Yeah, if you're in United, you go to Denver. If you're Delta, you go to Salt Lake, and if you're
Alaska goes
Alaska
to Seattle.
and Seattle, and
Seattle or Portland.
yeah,
Yeah.
I've always found it interesting. You got to go in north to go south or east to go west, and just
Yeah.
like,
yeah.
That's because of the efficiency of our airline system.
well, the hubs were,
They were
Hub.
set up for a reason. I'm
Yes.
not sure what the reason was, but it was set
There
up.
was somebody had an idea.
well, I mean, they had
Back in the
minor-
50s.
They had minor hubs, or United was out of Chicago, and that was their big.
They had a hub in TWA, United, Pan Am, and San Francisco. Of course, that was a...
But I think
It was a thing.
FedEx.
That's been a year or two.
To the world that you can do a lot by an efficient hub, because everything went into Memphis from the entire country. Didn't matter.
for
L.A.
FedEx, yeah.
Yeah, went to Memphis and then left Memphis.
Why didn't they go to like Oklahoma
Someplace more
and
central.
then right in the middle of the damn United States?
Nice and flat ground, wide
Yeah,
open.
yeah,
Not
there's a lot of it
not
there.
Not a tree in the way.
Tennessee was probably cheaper.
Yeah. Well, there's that.
Yeah, okay. Well, Oklahoma.
I don't know, but I'm just guessing.
A lot of
Got it.
inbreds there too.
Well, single trees.
Single
Right.
trees. Yeah, no branches on those
I thought
trees.
that was Kentucky.
It's their cousins.
That's the
They're cousins.
They're right next
Those
to
They're
are
right
the
there.
telephone poles.
Yeah, they share the same mountains. But
Do they have mountains?
I don't know. Yeah, they do because
Yeah,
that's where they do their
mountains and
moonshining up there in the.
Oh, right.
in the-
And
is that part of the Appalachian Mountains?
The Appalachian.
Appalachia.
Ding a ding ding ding.
Yeah.
Applesauce.
Applesauce.
Mountains.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen some documentaries on
Deliverance
Appalachia.
was a good documentary. It was a great documentary. I don't know how they got.
I don't know.
How they got what's his name, Burt Reynolds to get in that.
Oh, there's Dan.
Dan. He doesn't have his Irish Mafia hat on though.
No.
Oh, shit.
Working. Okay.
I feel like you're going to sit in that corner.
Well, he's still on protective detail.
Oh, okay, yeah, gotcha. Now he's incognito. Now he's been outed with his freaking Irish mob presence. Yeah.
Sorry,
My bad.
you were in witness protection.
You
program.
were.
Now he's
Yeah.
going to have to remake himself.
Yeah, well, he put glasses and a different hat on, so he's good.
Okay,
He's
so
golden.
he's got it covered.
By Grant's past standards,
Incognito.
fucking golden. Yeah.
We have a new guest today.
We got Hector.
We got Hector.
Yay.
Hector's going to be filling in for
Roy.
Roy's going to be sometimes Roy today.
Yep.
Sometimes Roy. Yeah, Roy's
But you're
going
not
to.
leaving for a while.
Well,
30 minutes?
15.
15 minutes?
Oh, really? You decided to take off early.
Did
Yeah,
you?
well, it's going to 7-hour drive, and I figured
You did
traffic
math?
and whatever. I did math.
You got to watch out though, because
you,
sometimes that
Chicago.
7 hours will turn into 14.
That's right. So I'm going to give myself
If you make
7.5
a U-turn and
hours.
come home.
Well, it's a good thing
Well,
you
yeah.
travel in the day
Or you
because
stop.
apparently the storm of the century.
Yeah, it's supposed to hit yesterday, right?
Tonight.
No,
Is it
tonight.
tonight?
Afternoon,
Tonight. Yeah,
Five-ish.
we're not going to get shit.
No,
Yeah,
we've
you
got
will.
sunshine.
I'm going to come back to 4 feet of snow. Wouldn't that be cool? The whole fucking valley shut down.
That would be, I mean, I would love it.
I wouldn't
Yeah,
care. Would obviously, I got
would.
nowhere to be.
Yeah, I have nothing better to do.
Like, get
I've got
my
enough
house-
groceries in my freezer to last.
Yeah, I
at
got a
least an
bag
hour
of
and a half.
beans.
Yeah, well, the power goes out. You won't need to worry about your freezer staying cold.
No, it's full up.
you
It's
just
full up.
Throw some ice in it or
We're not.
snow.
As long as I can get back to my house, I can get the tractor going and
Oh yeah, we
plow
can
the
get,
roads.
we can
We can get you there.
Yeah.
Well, you have your truck.
Yeah, I got my truck. I can get to the house.
And I'm pretty sure it won't be snowed in San Jose when you get back there.
Probably not.
So you can get in your truck.
Probably not.
Of course, the I-5-ish coming over might be a little different story.
I think it'll be all over and done with
By
when we get
then,
back
yeah.
Yeah, by the
Monday.
time I get back, I'm coming home Monday.
Oh, yeah, it'll be done.
Oh, yeah.
It'll be done. It'll be back to
It'll be 70 degrees
70
on Monday.
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going down to San Diego because my daughter's having her 50th birthday today.
Wow. 50
Congratulations
years. Happy
to
birthday to Andrea.
Andrea.
Yeah, she's.
What's her last name? Are we allowed to say it on loud?
No, you're not.
Okay.
No, it's illegal.
Okay.
It's illegal.
Well, sort of like Dan, witness protection.
Yeah. Outlaw Dan?
Outlaw Dan.
Oh, shit. Damn it.
Now he's
Too
going to
many
have to change
details,
to
yeah.
Now he's got to change his whole
peace-loving Dan
Peace loving,
now.
yeah.
Yeah.
Peace loving unicorns and group hug Dan.
Group hug Dan.
Group hug Dan.
I've seen Dan do group hugs before.
I feel like that should be a T-shirt.
Peace-loving and group hug Dan.
Just group hug Dan is fine. You know, peace loving goes with the group hug.
I guess it does. Yeah.
Oh, you can do a hoodie.
Yeah, you can do hoodies.
Do a hoodie.
You know. Yeah.
Hug Dan. And Bob's wearing a very interesting one of his.
Know your
It's
parents.
what?
Know your.
Oh,
know
my
your
Your
goodness.
parasites.
What's that first one? Deer tick.
Yeah.
Tick. Lunatic. Oh, okay, cool.
I feel like that's kind of racist. Why are the brown ticks only for deer?
Because they're
The
brown.
white ticks are only for dogs. So the white ticks get to come in the house. Brown ticks, not so
Yeah,
much.
you don't want one of those deer ticks.
No, you don't.
No, you end up.
And actually, he's afraid because on that shirt, that lunatic is going to be voted the president of the United States here
not.
come November.
No, he's not.
You know? Are we going to bet again?
Yeah, we already have it on. You're going to owe me 3 meals. And you owe-
3. I will tell you what, I will owe you 4.
You owe me 2 now.
Yep, I will double up on it.
I'm not going to double.
No. You're going to,
Why? If he keeps this up, double, eventually you're going to lose, and he doesn't have to.
Yeah.
Hey, don't be that dumb.
So what?
So last night was, what was it, Michigan's primary.
Yeah.
Yes.
I haven't
Yes, I did not look at anything.
Well,
Did you guys take a look?
No, well, hang
It was
on a
quite
second.
entertaining.
Well, because they were protesting Biden, right? All the Arab peoples there.
Yeah. So there was in Michigan on the Democratic primary for Michigan, Biden got like 70%.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, when you're going against nobody, it's pretty easy to vote for.
Is there anybody running in the primaries?
There was a
Well,
there was a
uncommitted.
thing.
It'd be like somebody if I was like, I'm just going to register just so I could say I'm on the primary
A
ballot.
no
'Cause you
person
can do that.
A no person vote got 100,000 votes.
Well, that was the
That's what they did in
demonstration against.
Yeah, no people.
Well,
did that in Nevada too. Nobody.
Yeah, that's like Richard Pryor did that on the movie.
yeah,
None of the
yeah, yeah.
above. Vote none of the above, and he won. He won. So no person got 30% of
Yes.
the vote, and Biden only could scrape up 70. Okay.
Yeah, isn't that great?
No,
That's-
I'm sorry, 99%. Biden got 81.1, and uncommitted was 13.3.
I mean, what? Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like a 2-man race, and he come in first.
Well,
All we had to do is just like-
Michigan has, I think, one of the, if not the largest.
Somali.
Libyan.
Arab,
Libyan.
Middle Eastern.
Yeah,
'Cause
what
I
is
know-
that, Dan, in Michigan?
Dearborn is where I was born. Yeah, that's
Dearborn,
where I was
okay.
born.
No shit.
Yeah, a few years ago.
Okay, well, it makes sense now.
Yeah, I left and they moved in.
Okay.
Yeah, because the only reason I know that is because every time Gaddafi did some stupid shit,
There was a
it would be
7-Eleven on every corner?
No, well, I don't know. I was 3 when I left there, so it doesn't really matter to me. I think that was before 7-Elevens.
Oh, no, 7-Eleven's been around for a long time.
Since before 1970?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so there was probably one.
That's when it was 6.5 and
There was 6.5 and 9, yeah. But no, every time Gaddafi did some shit in Libya, they would always have news cameras out in Dearborn interviewing people because that's the Libyan capital of the United States, apparently. And I'm like, hey, my hometown is known for something other than Ford and General Motors and shit. So,
But
Well, the outcome of it were because it was like a lose-lose. I mean, we do not have any input whether or not Netanyahu goes in 100 feet or a mile or what he does, but we're going to be angry that. And I thought, is it Monday? I thought they had almost got a ceasefire arranged.
Yeah, they're
oh,
working on it.
well, that's what when Biden was eating his ice cream, he was talking about national
I
security.
don't think he
and
actually ever
shit.
took a bite, did he?
No, he just held it there like
And
he
with his
was
mouth
like,
open and stared.
yeah,
Well, the
we're
other
gonna.
guy had an ice cream too.
Instead of standing at the lectern like he's supposed to as a president of the
He's
United
in
States.
a fucking Baskin and Robin. How many lecterns have you seen in a Baskin and Robin?
Well, a very seasoned president, a
You know what?
presidential person would wait.
What about hot chocolate?
Okay. But Trump did beat Nikki Haley. That's not a hot chocolate thing.
That's not a real challenge either.
No, that's not a real challenge.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, but she's hanging in there. Good for
I
her.
hope so, yeah, because he'll
Yes.
end up getting convicted and then she'll win.
Still as a convicted person, he can be president of the United States.
Is that what it is? That's not a.
It's not a thing.
It's not a thing, is
Not
it?
a thing.
I've never looked at. I never felt the
You can
need
be
to
a
look it
felon.
up.
You can be a felon. You just can't. You can't go hunting, but you can be a felon. You can be.
Well,
a
you can
president.
go bow hunting.
You can go bow.
Yeah, you can go bow hunting.
Well, it depends on whether or not the conviction is a state conviction or federal.
What conviction are we talking about?
One of the 91s.
Well, the one in Georgia is going to go away because they figured that out yesterday.
What?
That she fucking lied.
So that makes.
So
that
the hot
makes,
chocolate doesn't fucking matter right now?
Well, Bob started it.
You started it.
It was kind of a mutual starting of things.
Anyways, all right.
Okay, so shit that happened in history on today.
There you go.
March
29th, huh?
February 28th.
Okay.
American gangster Bugsy Siegel was born in Brooklyn, New York in
All right.
1906.
Okay, and in Las Vegas.
He went to
The Baltimore and
Cortez.
Ohio Railroad became the first steam-operated railway in the United States to be chartered as a common carrier of freight and passengers in 1827.
B&O, yeah.
B&O, yeah.
I remember that from Monopoly. Yeah,
yeah.
B&O Railroad. I thought it was body and odor. Never knew it actually
Well,
stood for
back
Brooklyn.
then, I'm
and-
sure it was.
Well, Baltimore and Orioles.
Baltimore and Ohio.
Ohio, whatever.
Orioles.
Yeah.
Orioles. Let's see here. During World War
That's
II,
those
Japanese
cookies, right? Those brown cookies with the white filling, the Oreos.
Oreos, yes,
The Baltimore
yes.
Orioles?
Yeah, and then they named a bird after them.
Oh, is that it?
They don't have the same cream filling though. You try to bite into one of those fuckers. First off, they get mad.
You go.
Not the same cream filling at all. I tell you, I know a guy.
And you're spitting feathers for the next.
You know what? That's yeah. So, but anyways, in 1942, during World War II, Japanese troops landed on the island of Java, which they occupied until 1945.
That's why we call it coffee.
Yes, because Japanese was the originators of the coffee.
Really?
No, I don't know.
I doubt it.
That's just named
Yeah, I
that.
doubt
Or
it,
the
too.
cigar.
Or the cigar, yeah. Is that a Java cigar? And
is a Java
for the
cigar.
last one I'm going to talk about, in 2013, Pope Benedict the XV1,
16.
16, that's right. Okay. Why don't they fucking use numbers?
Way to go.
They are
Roy
using
did math.
numbers. They are using numbers.
Whatever. Yeah, from numbers from a dead language. Okay, where they're still fucking good enough to
Those
use.
Roman numerals are not using Latin.
Aren't they like cousins? Like
they are cousins.
Kentucky and frickin' Tennessee.
It just looks more impressive when
Anyways.
you got an X and a V and an I. Or
I know. Yeah, it's so much better than
XXX
he's
or-
like he was
I took 3 years of Latin, and
What do you know today?
the pig version or regular Latin.
oh, the regular.
Okay, because they've got a class for pig Latin. I bet you.
Don't you got to read left or right?
Anyways, he became the first pope to resign since Gregory the X11 in 1415.
Yeah,
Well,
I did.
That'd be the 12.
And so, is there a rule that you got to be named after a previous pope so you can get another letter
no,
after
you
your
can
fucking
pick
name?
whatever. Remember, John Paul the First. You can
You can
make
be
up
you can be a
new one.
trendsetter. Okay.
Well, typically I'm not Catholic. Bob used to be. Or I don't know if it.
He's
do
recovering
you
Catholic.
never not be one, or
Yeah,
you just
my
don't
wife-
practice?
No, I'm
He
just
practices
not-
2 days a year.
I'm not
Christmas and
active
Easter.
in the team.
My, bro-
You're on injured reserve. You're on injured reserve.
You're
my
sitting on
wife
the
was a
bed.
member of the second largest religion, which is recovering Catholics.
Recovering
Robert.
Catholics Anonymous.
Yeah.
I see no reason to pick another one. Catholic is fine by me.
Right.
I
But they
I
do
like,
get
but
the.
the current pope. I'm concerned. He may be, he's got a respiratory thing. And,
He probably needs to retire.
well,
Why?
Until
What is-
Bene-
okay, what
until
is-
Benedict retired? I didn't know that they could do that, and I went to a seminary. I didn't know that was an option for popes.
I thought you had to die
I
on.
thought it was like being in a gang. You get freaking
Yeah,
killed.
blood in,
You
blood out.
Blood in, blood out. Yeah, I just.
Well, what I really like is by all means, I am not even close to being Catholic, but I enjoy when they vote in a new Catholic priest or the Pope.
Pope, yeah. They don't vote.
They
priests.
make fire.
Priests
You
just
just-
show up and go
you
to
just-
school and go,
yeah,
all right, you like little boys? Yep, you're in.
That's the thing about my 3 years in the seminary, that once I had left, and in life you find out that some priests like little boys. And I've seen pictures of myself in high school. I was very attractive.
Never got hit on?
I never got hit on.
And
I
you're
felt-
offended by this.
Well, it's like, I don't know.
Well, and see, that's the new movement.
Fucking moved, dude.
Yeah, the new movement we're going to try and start. And so I remember was talking about it with somebody a while back. Was they did the whole Me Too movement? It's like guys like us would be like, why not Me Too movement? Why not? What's wrong with me? The fuck was wrong with me?
Where do you want to start?
Why do I want to start? Or when?
Where?
Where do we? Oh! I mean, the list is long. Yeah,
and
yeah, and distinguished. Yeah,
Absolutely.
but yeah, not once was I fondled in the military. No matter how hard I tried. Even though my freaking therapist says you must have been.
No,
I'm
that's,
like,
when you do it yourself, it's not fondling.
Maybe that's what she was talking
Me
about.
too.
Yes, me too. I Me Too'd myself. God damn it.
But
I
anyway,
gotta throw that T-shirt away now.
I do enjoy when what is that called, the conclave?
The conclave. Actually,
Yeah.
interesting history. My favorite pope was John the 23rd. He got elected when I was in the seminary.
XXIII.
Yeah, and his, he was, there were two factions in the conclave that couldn't agree, okay, and they didn't have enough votes. So both sides decided they would take a know-nothing Roncalli. He's almost dead anyway. We're going to vote him in. He's just going to sit there for a couple of years while the two factions try to build up more. He gets in there, and the first thing he says, okay, why don't we have a Vatican Council to redo the Catholic Church a little bit to more modern times, which I thought was fantastic. This new guy, Francis, is similar to him. The ones in between haven't impressed me, but
Well, I think that the current pope is very liberal.
yeah,
Well,
that's what I'm
he's
saying.
also
I like
very,
him.
very
Yeah,
old.
he-
I
I think he's
happen to
also
like Francis, and I like John the 23rd.
He likes abortion and he likes gays. So he's
he goes against the
standard.
original standard
Right,
of
and
the
that's
back
what
in
I
the
thought.
day.
Remember, the standard set, if you go through the original,
the 1200s.
the Bible and stuff,
To celebrate?
that,
Celebrate.
Leviticus, which is quoted so much to justify today's focused Christianity, actually says, when a foreigner comes to your country, treat him well, be nice, take him in, so a lot of the things about you can't touch your pee-pee and you shouldn't touch somebody else's pee-pee and all that.
That's like rule number one.
Those were not in the
In the top
original. It was instituted by fanatical Christians to control.
Well, I think that was a good rule. Don't
What?
touch other people's peepees.
If they ask you to, what the hell's the difference?
Well,
If you got two consenting fellas with consenting peepees,
Yeah.
no, we two consent. Well, okay, yeah, we're
I mean-
getting way different.
What's the problem?
Go sword fighting. I don't give a shit.
yeah, I mean, whatever.
But yeah,
But
no.
they're overruled. by going with abortion and stuff, they're really eliminating some of the fanatical 13th, 12th century findings that were put in, and people have believed have been there all the time, and they haven't been.
Well,
You know, one of the cereals,
quoted,
I've got to
yeah.
look this up. There was one of the cereals was developed to combat masturbation.
Captain Crunch.
Was it Captain Crunch? Because of sharp edges? No, there was one. I heard
You
about
want,
it.
does you want to move over here? Or are you just gonna?
Over here.
I'll go over there.
Okay.
All right. If you're leaving and all.
Yeah, but I'm leaving and all. I got to hit the road.
All right.
400 miles an hour down the highway. All right. Bam.
Okay. Bam.
Bam. Roy's out.
Bye, Roy.
Bye, Roy. Sometimes Roy.
I will. Thanks.
All right, you grumpy. You.
Up yours.
Love you.
Love you.
Cornflakes.
Cornflakes has stopped you from playing with your pee-pee?
Sorry, brother. Drive safe over that mountain there, and on the flat parts too. Whatever.
Give our best to your daughter. She's old.
Cornflakes here, according to news.com.au, are now one of the most popular breakfast cereals in the world, but it turns out they're originally created with one very specific goal in mind. Yada, 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 yada. Get to the fucking point. Mr. Kellogg, you know, Kellogg.
Yeah.
Tony the Tiger's dad. He created cornflakes in the late 19th century and marketed as a healthy, ready-to-eat, anti-masturbatory morning meal. He was
What?
a seventh.
I needed that.
Yeah, apparently that part of the box didn't get shown on my side
Google
of the freaking thing.
put cornflakes on list.
He was a Seventh-day Adventist who worked as a physician who staunchly believed in celibacy and that sex was unhealthy and immoral. Mr. Kellogg was such a firm believer that sex was damaging to the mind and body that he slept in a separate room from his wife and never consummated the marriage,
Wow.
choosing instead to adopt all their children. So if having sex with your wife was bad, then masturbation was just about as sinful as you could get. If illicit commerce of the sexes is a heinous sin, self-pollution is a crime doubly abominable, Mr. Kellogg wrote. In his book, Plain Facts for Old and Young, Embracing the Natural History and Hygiene of Organic Life, he listed some of the damaging symptoms of masturbating, including mood swings, bad posture, acne, epilepsy, palpitations, and a fondness for spicy foods. That's what it was.
Well, here's one for you on the count. Cornflakes was actually used for the insane asylum because there's no nutritional value and it keeps them lethargic.
Oh.
So, and that's why it says, but Mr. Kellogg had a solution of all this suffering, believing that meal and rich flavored foods increase sexual desire, while plain foods like nuts and cereals suppressed it. So he created cornflakes because it's a shitty fucking cereal, basically. And you would not want to fuck or jerk off after
So
that.
Mr. Kellogg would fit in perfectly well in today's society.
He would.
Yeah.
With
As
his-
a radical leftist.
Yeah.
Christian.
So if you have ever noticed that your thoughts are particularly wholesome while having your morning cereal, then you have Mr. Kellogg to thank. Thanks, Mr. Kellogg.
Thank you.
What's his fucking
Wow,
first
that
name?
is some random.
Yeah, I heard that I was on Joe Rogan or something like that. John Harvey Kellogg invented cornflakes in 1878.
Because he didn't want to jerk off.
Well, he didn't want anybody to jerk off.
Right.
But it's
He
kinda
was
funny.
already fine with not doing it.
So sex is bad, but Mr. Kellogg existed for the simple reason
And
that someone had sex.
And it was okay
Yeah.
for other people to have sex because he adopted people's kids. So,
Right.
well, somebody had to work the farm.
Yeah, they had
And-
to pick. They had to pick the cornflakes.
They had to pick the flakes off the corn.
Right.
So, yeah. So, anyways,
Huh.
that's a little tidbit of
That's,
info.
Do they have cornflake trees where you get?
They have
Oh,
to.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and just and it's same kind of like they're right next to the grape nut trees.
I love grape nuts.
Dude, there's nothing. They will take a tooth out.
Well, they will, but you got to put them a little milk, a little
Well, yeah, you
sugar
gotta put
in.
milk,
Any cereal with sugar in it is fantastic.
Well, yeah. Other than Captain Crunch, Captain Crunch is the devil.
oh, you don't know? You don't put no.
No, the devil's cereal right there.
That-
Because
that
the
shit
roof
will-
of your mouth is just fucking tore up after
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Well, you don't eat a whole box at a time.
Oh, you can't stop. You can't stop. Come on. It's like fucking pork rinds too.
God, those are delicious.
Yeah.
I could stop eating pork rinds.
No,
Really?
you don't know what you're doing then.
Oh, I know exactly.
Chicharritos. No, was it?
Chicarinos.
Chicharrones.
Chicharrones.
There was a place in Half Moon Bay that made phenomenal one, and I started by having a small bag.
Homemade ones?
Well, the grocery store sold them,
Okay.
and I never had one.
Chicharrone.
And then I started going in with a bigger bag.
Next thing you know, you got a black
God,
trash bag with it.
that was a terrible part of it.
Were they flavored or non-flavored?
Well, they're deep fried, and sometimes they're very
Lightly salted or
Oh,
whatever.
I love them. I think they're
crunchy.
great,
Yeah.
but I
Once in a
can.
while, you got a piece of meat with that.
Yeah.
too. And
Oh, that's a real chicharrone.
That's like finding the fucking one little peanut left in the Cracker Jacks box because they all settle to the bottom. And you
Yep.
thought, fuck, if I shake it up, it'll get, but
Gonna
it
get
doesn't
that
work.
peanut.
Yeah, but yeah, that's kind of the same thing, but not really. So, anyways,
Scoop them with like some pico de gallo.
oh, there you go.
Fire.
Oh, I've done it with like tuna fish. Use them. I mean, if you're doing keto or anything like that, you can have the chicharrones, and because they're
there's
not
no-
bad for you.
There's
They're,
no, yeah,
they're no carb.
It's fat.
It's
basically.
fat. It's all fat,
Yeah.
but you
which
eat
tends
many
to
things
make
with them.
cells in your body that stay forever.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe that's what I got going on here.
They
the
only
little
shrink.
chicharrones.
They never go away.
No,
Yeah,
but the problem is that it's not the fat; it's all the other crap that you ate with it, and the 27 beers and freaking
Right.
all the
dozen
processed
donuts.
food and the cornflakes right afterwards.
I can say I really haven't had any processed food in about a month.
I have not since.
Maybe I've had it like.
I don't know. Seacoast Express burrito probably had some processing going on. In
Well, I had
there.
flour
They're pretty
tortilla.
good. Flour tortilla, yeah.
Other than that, everything.
It was good, though.
Pretty natural.
It was fucking good.
No, those are good.
Too much. I can never eat one in the whole.
No, they're.
I use half 2 meals out of one burrito.
La Burrita used to, or they probably still do. They
I've
make
been
that
there
grande
forever.
burrito. Oh gosh, damn, that was good.
Have you ever eaten a 5-pound burrito?
No,
I saw someone eat a 5-pound burrito in one sitting once.
that's a lot of fucking.
It was like maybe like 6 pounds. It was Jesse. down in Long
I could
Beach.
see Jesse doing that.
We were young back then. We were decommissioning
But
in
now,
Missouri
but
at the
now
time.
now they just do them as a challenge, right? You get it, for
was
free.
a challenge.
It was okay.
It was a challenge. He got his name on the board, but
Did he get a shirt?
I think he did, but I can't remember.
He doesn't fit him anymore.
It definitely don't fit him anymore.
Did he have to do it within a certain time?
Yeah, it was
limit?
like a half hour. We
Oh,
were,
shit.
We were decombing the Missouri at the time. Like,
That's a lot of food in
let's
half
go.
an hour.
Let's go to town. And it was right down the street from our house in Long Beach. And we walked in. It was a little hole in the wall, little Mexican restaurant, about the size of this. And it was the 6-pound burrito challenge or 5-pound, whatever the hell it
Whatever it
was.
is.
We're like, dude, you can do that. That son of a bitch had it in front, ate the whole thing within the time
And
period.
the chips and salsa they put on the table.
and the rest of the shit. We go back to the ship to go to work, which we weren't really working.
There, you decom and you're just fucking
Yeah,
hanging out.
just walking around hanging out, and then maybe like move a box or a bucket or something, and then knockoff ships work was at 3 o'clock, 1500. We went home, went to the grocery store, got T-bone steaks, baked potato, corn, and all that shit, and barbecued that night dinner. Like, I gotta say, maybe 5 hours later.
Jesus.
Oh yeah, it was impressive.
Yeah, that's. I remember those days when I was back in early 20s, whatever. And,
Oh, yeah.
And I remember what I considered the old timers of the day, which were like 35.
Yeah.
And they're all like, you just wait. You're eating the frickin' 1.5-foot sub sandwich for lunch every day, and then going home and having a giant frickin' steak dinner.
Yep.
And you're still fucking 3% body fat. They're like, wait till you hit your mid-30s. I'm like, fuck you guys. You ain't doing shit. 35. Boom.
Bam.
Right there. That and the wife got me a kegerator for my birthday, and so I had a freaking unlimited supply of beer. And you know what? They will run out.
They do.
I was like the first week. I was like 5-6 days in. I was like, fuck, my beer's gone. How the fuck?
Yeah.
It's supposed to be
How did I
endless.
go through 20 gallons of beer?
That was only 15 and a half, but whatever.
Well,
Don't make it weird.
You had the 6-pack, stashed.
Well,
around.
there was always some extras that were on top of the keg and shit
Right,
like
right.
that.
Keeping them cold.
Stuff that came out
That's
of the car
how I
for the
do my
ride home.
kegerator.
Yeah. So that was, I noticed a difference though when I hit 35. That was like on the money. When they said
40.
mid-30s, I was like 35. Here I am.
40 was
Boom.
my magic number.
Yeah.
40 was like, holy shit, everything hurts now. Yeah.
It doesn't improve with
No,
time.
I know. I'm telling you. At 52, going 53, I think it's 53 this year. Sounds about right.
Yeah, because I'm 54 this year, so you're
Yeah,
53.
53. Hector's still like 24.
Shit, fucking wish.
Yeah. He's 27, man.
30 right now, and I'm like, no, this shit's starting to make sense.
Yeah.
Oh, you got 10
Slowly
years.
slipping in.
Yeah.
You got 10 years though to make sense. Oh shit! So what's going on in your world, Hector?
Ooh, man. What isn't going on in my goddamn
Damn, I
world,
like
man?
that.
You know, we're just staying focused, making sure that we're here tomorrow. Like he said, we're not promised here, but
Nope, not at all.
you know,
Right, that shit was deep.
Going
I
deep.
didn't know it was soundboard shit. Like I got more fire shit to say. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Say some shit.
Yeah.
Sales are good.
Yeah,
Good- good over there
staying
pushing
busy
the
over there
iron.
for sure. Yeah.
Hey, when did you guys stop doing Cadillacs over there?
I want to say a couple months
Years
ago.
ago? I just
It was
noticed that the
definitely
other day.
You
Yeah,
can't
it
get a
was-
Cadillac over to
Not a road anymore. You gotta go to
What?
Gotta go to Medford.
no shit.
Yeah, I didn't know
They
that.
dropped the brand like way before I even started working.
No
there,
kidding. Okay.
but- Yeah, no, I've gotten a couple people like they call, they come in and be like, I want an Escalade. I'm like,
Okay.
shit, buddy, me too. But let's find it. Let's find it real quick.
Let's go for a road trip. Come on.
Me too.
Yeah.
Hashtag me too.
Me too.
No, we're gonna now be the only Buick dealership around like
Wow.
3-hour radius now.
Oh, no
Above
shit.
cab.
Considering that everybody at the age of 65 and above
And
It's here,
them
yeah.
too.
drives a Buick, except for Bob.
Oh,
Except for Bob.
They're not bad.
No,
No,
the-
they're
the
nice cars.
Buick
They're
is
nice cars,
is
but
a
they've
very
got
comfortable
but they've
car.
got an image. They've got it.
Yep.
My son's wife has a Buick, and she got it before they were married. They were still in college. She got it. I'm like, you just aged yourself by 40 years.
You
Now,
are- you are- you're not
25.
hot.
You're 25 and freaking driving a Buick because it was a hybrid, so it's practical. So
Oh,
I'm like,
okay. Well,
Okay, that's cool.
One's just
It's a
practical.
nice car. It's a nice car.
Oh, wow.
Now the new fucking Hummers that came out.
Dude, those things
Those
are
are
mean.
fucking sick.
For your Buick and Hummer?
GMC. So
Okay.
the Hummers from the GMC. We got a black one. We had a white pickup one that, man, they
They went fast too.
0 to 60 in like 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Crab walks, feels like you're sliding, but you're in full control.
Yeah.
Traction mode, shit, lifts a couple inches, you're out of there. They're cool. Very cool little rides. 6 figures vehicle.
Yeah.
I'm trying to buy a house like that, but I mean, you can live in it if you want.
You
Yeah.
could.
Trying
You
to say you
could.
can live in the damn thing.
Yeah, I mean, it's actually big enough to do some sort of configuration and definitely do road trips in it. It would be pretty cool.
I'm just looking at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is
Supposed to jump to 60 something. They're
it's
expecting.
65 right
Is it right now?
It's 60,551 right now. It was up higher than that this morning.
Yeah.
Went up to 64.
Well, yeah, and then you got the day traders. They're going to be jumping off.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
Playing
Keep climbing, baby.
because it generally fluctuates 5-6% a day.
Keep climbing.
Oh yeah,
So,
you gotta hold them.
well, it's supposed to have here real quick, right? The halving
Yeah,
of the
that
Bitcoin is supposed to
next
happen
month
next
or-
month or something like that.
I still don't know what that means, but it's supposed to do it.
It's like a stock split kind of a thing.
Okay.
So the value will drop, but then it will just jump right back up again. It seems like because everybody's
Do I
buying
get
because
any
it
more?
gets
Do I get any more out of it?
I don't know if it changes your.
I don't think it changed.
I think you might get something out of it. I don't know.
Or did they just like get rid of the supply?
I doubt so. Let
No
me Google that
yeah,
and find
no-
out
no
before we give
idea.
some bad information for the 3 people that are listening to us.
Well, I think we got 4 or 5 now.
Actually, we're up to like 25.
No shit.
Oh yeah,
I'll look up the stats here in a minute.
Wow, look at that, Bob. Maybe we got another German in there.
The percentage on Germans, but it won't show me the number. So it's. I mean, I could probably do math.
The
but-
percentage was better.
Yeah, it went up to 6%. It wasn't 5%, and there's still only 2 cities listed. So somebody's got a cousin or something.
Okay.
I still,
It's a military base, guys.
I'm
From
trying to say, I don't see my Lensman listening.
You want to say hello to your mother clan?
No, but I mean, I can see that if someone's in the military, you wanted some, feeling of home, and
Right. There's probably some guy in Germany from Grants Pass that's like,
yeah,
oh, those idiots are from Grants Pass
yeah, or from Southern Oregon.
or Southern
Whatever.
Oregon.
Yeah.
Period, yeah.
Well, we get because I pulled up on the computer, I can pull up a lot more detail, and it'll show me like I can click on Oregon, and we've got everybody from Portland to Newport to whatever.
No shit.
I mean, of course, most people are in Grants Pass, but
Well, I would.
so the Bitcoin halving basically every 4 years or so, it basically the miners that are making it get, a certain percentage or whatever. So they cut their fees or their payments in half every 4 years to help sustain the price. So that's what changes. So every time that happens, then it seems to that the price just takes off for whatever reason. Back. So for those listeners who didn't notice a damn thing because it just went off and then back on, we blew a breaker, like prison style, not the fun way.
Or a seal.
Or a seal. So
That was from next door at the.
so with its next having event set for April 2024, where it is projected to hit an unprecedented value of 70,000, predicted by 2Bit, a leading crypto exchange, who you've never heard of, but whatever. Bitcoin's price could see dramatic increases that showcase both how we are embracing its technology as well as the volume. Yada yada yada. Yeah, Bitcoin halving has always been associated with bull rallies, with the asset's prices increasing by several 100% in the months following previous events. That halvings happen every 4 years and decrease the block rewards to miners. So yeah.
So
that's
if I
it.
have that one that's worth 60 now after that event,
They're saying could be 120
okay.
ish, give or take.
Okay, I wasn't paying attention, so tell me that my point.
They're saying that in past history, it is the price of Bitcoin has jumped up by several 100% after the halving.
Okay.
So you will double in value.
You yourself.
That's fantastic.
Maybe time to sell.
Well, I don't know. My consultant over here, Hector's like, hold on to that shit.
Don't do it until 6 figures.
Yep.
Okay, so when it hits 101, I can sell?
You can do whatever you like.
Fuck yeah. That's going to be a nice end. That's a good return on my my investment.
And who knows, it might be this year, next year. But
Yeah. Hard telling. I don't need it right now, so, but maybe in November I might need it.
So before we lost power, what were we talking about?
We were talking about Bitcoin.
But there was something else too that while I was looking at it. But anyways, no idea.
Oh,
I don't even know how we got to Bitcoin.
Cornflakes.
Cornflakes.
No, we already handled
We were
cornflakes,
talking to
yeah.
the Hummer EV, then into Bitcoin.
fuck.
I don't know. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah. You guys talk about aliens here? Or
We'll talk about
we
everything.
can.
We'll talk about every damn
You want to talk
thing.
about some aliens? You got some shit.
I don't know if I ever seen one, but you ever get that feeling that you're like,
You get a feeling?
you get a feeling.
Is it
Before or
a-
after the anal probing?
is
Because
it-
that's
is it
usually
in
the
your-
telltale sign.
Is it in your no-no?
It's definitely a feeling.
It's feeling, yeah.
Well, please share.
No, just like you wake up sometimes and you're like, there's no way this is like life. And you go through the
Okay.
whole life, you go back to bed. You're like, was it a video game that some alien was playing?
Well, and it's
How
kind
we
of
play like Grand Theft Auto?
there's a theory. There's a theory that they are sort of over, like we're in a terrarium type of thing, because I guess after the first nuclear bomb testings were going off is when there was a huge amount of sightings started. That's like when everybody noticed things. And the theory is that they're sort of just hanging out there, and kind of like the monkeys in the mist or whatever that fucking called. And then humans will sit there and watch them and not interact or interfere until they start doing stupid shit that could terminate their freaking existence. So that's when the aliens started showing up and freaking anal probing and visiting with. I think there are rumors that Eisenhower or somebody met with them at the White House or something like that.
Did you ever read the Asimov's Foundation?
I don't.
That
read.
was the whole thing.
Let's just say for at least my thing, you can just say, "Have you read anything at all ever?" And then the answer could be no. I don't have the attention span for books.
Yeah, I'm not a book. I fall asleep if I want.
If they've got a centerfold and I can read it like this, and there's a staple in somebody's belly button, absolutely. But
I can fall asleep reading a Facebook post.
yeah, I can do that too. But yeah, I don't do books. But yeah, so go ahead.
But the foundation was where there was a higher group that civilization was going to go down the toilet for 10,000 years, and they had figured out there's a way to keep that chaos from 10 and make it 1,000, but it had to be ruled. So there was this group of foundationers who sort of controlled things to try to bring civilization back from the abyss in a much shorter period of time.
Really didn't need to push that button.
Well, I turned it off on air, so I didn't. So you could hear me cough,
Yeah.
but it didn't go out over the recording.
Oh, that's
yeah,
fantastic.
that just went off air for a little bit. Okay.
I mean, so sophisticated right here at the Tobacco Alley Lounge and
cigar cave
shop.
and cigar shop and oil change and lube and hair salon, or whatever else we got going on here.
Aliens.
Aliens, yeah. No, I'm a firm believer. I think it's kind of arrogant on our part to think that we're the only ones smart enough to exist in the frickin' the vast expanses of the frickin' space. You know,
Why are they waiting? Why can't they just come down and go, hey, look, fuckers,
have
are
you
a bunch
met
of
most?
dumbasses.
Have you met most of our society? Would you want to come down and hang out? I mean, if you had
It
like
would be a great party. I mean, you go to parties with idiots because they're idiots,
there
right?
is too, yeah, because you're guaranteed to at least have the opportunity to do what the fuck you want.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So.
Well, they've definitely been. I mean, there's too much in history that is unexplainable that they would have had.
The pyramids.
And once again, your bad subject, a book by Von Donigan, who
Kurt, is that Kurt?
Kurt Von Donigan.
There's a lot of stuff that couldn't have had the technology to put together at that time.
Correct.
And rocks that were big boulders cut at 90 degrees and fit in to make a wall. There's no
that weighed 5 billion tons a piece, and they're put into like tolerances of like millimeters, you know.
Yeah.
But there's also
look at
another
all the pyramids. I mean, for Christ's
well,
sake,
but
they're
there's
all over the
also
world.
there's also another theory that there has been previous advanced civilizations, and then so many billions of years there's a catastrophic Earth resets itself kind of a thing, and that they're, you know, things like that, the things that have been left over, and because there's still things that they're digging up of underground that's been buried over the years of in various jungles and all that.
We're 8 billion. If most of us, other than let's say a couple of 100 million, survive, we're going to go back to Stone Age and figure out how to live. And that could, I've always thought that this may not be our first trip.
No.
We're going to fuck it up again.
Well, yeah. I mean, we're human race. We're gonna fuck it up.
Well, Atlantis. That's the whole thing. The premise behind Atlantis is it was an advanced civilization that then got swallowed up somehow.
Yeah, they did.
So-
You figure they'd have air tanks or something they could swim around
For a little bit.
Yeah,
for a
until
little
they
bit,
die.
until they
Until
die.
they stop breathing.
Until the air tanks run out.
What about paranormal stuff? You into that, Hector? Like ghost and? I had a weird thing happen to me.
How into it do we want to get?
Well, I mean, I'm not into it, but I'm kind of intrigued by it, I would say.
I definitely feel like I've seen some fucking ghosts.
Yeah?
100%.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Well, this morning I was reading a Facebook post somebody posted on there. Goes, hey, I'm really into paranormal.
I saw that.
And I'm like, okay, click. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to read what people are saying where to go. Well, Golden, Oregon.
Gold Hill, and Golden,
Hill's
Oregon,
got
which is up
some.
north, right by Wolf Creek.
As I was reading through the bullshit, and this was at 5 o'clock in the morning, house is quiet, wife's sleeping, dogs are in bed, TV's not on, I'm drinking coffee. I hear, as I'm reading the post, this clang bang bullshit outside, like something fell over.
Chino
Chino
fell over.
Chino, yes,
Chino fell over.
probably was.
The neighbor
Chino,
fell
the
over.
neighbor. And like it was like a big crash, boom. I'm like, what the fuck? So I get up and I turn on the light outside and I look around and everything is in its perfect order. Like nothing has moved. I'm thinking, all right, that's weird. Prior to that, about a week ago, got up early. I get up early. It's just my thing.
Yeah.
I go into the bathroom and I like, for some reason I remember I don't need to close the door. I mean, I'm just going in there to take a leak. And so I kind of like half close it. And I'm peeing and all of a sudden, bam, the door. Something hits the door. My little dog is in bed. I'm like, okay.
And your little dog probably has no history of slamming himself into the door.
No. And then this morning was 2 times happened. Either I got a raccoon. No, I thought wind, but I'm thinking, oh, after that big bang, I thought that, a chair got knocked over or something. I looked outside, dead stick, because I do see the flag from my house.
Yeah.
And there was, I mean, it wasn't even
budging. It's up
not
higher,
even,
so,
but
yeah.
not even the bush had a budge on it.
Yeah.
So it's been like 3 times now, and I'm wondering what the hell's going on here.
Maybe you should try to communicate with them. Maybe they want to tell you something.
Yeah.
We should do a thing.
We should do a thing.
It's your house, yeah.
I'll
get on Amazon and see if I can get some equipment.
You're
Ouija board?
You got a Ouija.
You're going up to see the mystic, right?
Yeah,
Ask
yeah,
him.
yeah.
Ask him.
I'm gonna her.
Her.
Okay,
Yeah,
ask her.
Teresa Caputo.
Yeah, at Seven Feathers. I saw
Seven
that.
Feathers, yeah. We're supposed to have tickets for it.
Supposed to, but the ghost took it. They broke in and
They
took
probably
it.
broke into
They
it.
broke into it. Don't talk to that bitch.
I'm
She don't
curious.
say nothing good about us.
We are coming up on the anniversary of my mom's passing in March, so maybe it's Ma trying to Go, hey, dumbass.
Close the door when you pee.
Yeah.
Close the
I
door.
raised you better than that.
Lift the toilet.
Let's see. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, so Amazon's got a handheld EMF meter, a paranormal equipment tool with LED light flashing and
I
sound.
don't need another hobby.
No, we're just going to do a thing. And we're going to record it. We're going to video it. We're going to make a YouTube channel, and we're going to go all around. We're going to do here at night. And we'll make some shit up if nothing happens. Well, I mean, just like all the other Ghost Hunter shows are.
100% behind this project.
Yeah.
Oh, are you?
Yeah, because I was actually talking to
Probably down at your place.
Oh, yeah, no, but
down in the basement. There's some fucking ghosts down there.
you know, there's some fucking bodies throughout the years.
I get scared when I walk by that elevator thing, whatever they put in there.
Yeah, the dumbwaiter.
Yeah.
But I was talking to Eric over at Casablanca about a week or two ago, and I was like, "What's the odds of this place being haunted?" He's like, "I don't know." I said, "You want to make it haunted? We should do a show. Like after hours, after you guys close. Like after you guys close, you shut down at 9 or whatever. We fucking bring in cameras and fucking weird bullshit, and we fucking have some fucking fishing line making shit fall over. And then we go to my place, and we get other people on board. We go to fucking wherever. We come here.
I think you would probably find it down at your place.
I think we did too.
At my house, it is, shit, it's 100 and, God, what is it? My house, like 105, 6 years old now.
Yeah.
I mean, there's got to be somebody that.
Well, and you know, on the premise of it is not even if anything happened why that building was there. It's, you know, the property. You know, there was engines and shit running around.
Oh, there's had to be something.
You know,
G Street.
Yeah,
G Street's
that
haunted.
whole.
I know that. We re-roofed the.
Well, that fucking building's been, you know, it's been a
the old blind
whorehouse,
boards-
a hospital, all that
Yeah.
shit. So people have died in one capacity or another in
Blind
lots of areas
George's-
there.
Blind George has got a ghost upstairs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a female, and they say she's wearing like a old timey one of those big long dresses, you know, from the
From the Muslim days.
18 from the Muslim. No, I don't think we had Muslim days in Grants Pass back then.
No, we did not. I'm pretty much guaranteed that.
Yeah,
No
but
burkas?
no, not a whole lot of burqa. There was a burqa-free area.
burqa
There was a burqa-free zone. But no, I had a
But there were
It
Catholics.
still
I'm sure
is.
there was.
I had a thing once when I lived in Hawaii that my wife worked as a personal assistant for a writer lady. She did like Perry Mason type books.
Oh, okay.
She was
Was she famous?
she's New York Times bestseller. She had a house there in Kailua, right on the beach, and she would go between there. She had a place in Tahoe, up in the mountains.
So writing was good for her.
Yeah, her and her sister partnered up.
Really?
And they co-wrote a bunch called Perry O'Shaughnessy is what the name was. Her name was Pam, and her sister was whatever.
O'Shaughnessy?
No. Her sister was the other half of Perry. Was Terry or something like that, but their last name was O'Shaughnessy. But really neat lady. But yeah, so you know, when she was not on the island, we had free reign to stay at the house.
Oh wow.
So I was asleep one time and fell asleep on the couch in the living room. And I remember waking up, and my son was in the back bedroom, and the wife was in another bedroom, whatever. And there was like a shelf thing behind the couch or whatever. I don't remember how it was set up, but I remember waking up, and I may or may not have drank a few beers before I went to sleep, fell asleep on the couch. But I remember getting up and looking over, and it looked that a child was sort of leaning up against the doorway. You know, I could see the moonlight coming in through the window,
Okay.
and there was definitely some kind of a figure-looking thing in the shadows, something like that.
Interesting.
And I was like, "What the fuck is that?" So I get up, see it, and I go by, and the whatever shelf thing, whatever was blocking my view, and I get around the other side, and it was gone. But that spot was lit up by the moonlight, which it was dark before, and I'm like, "That's some crazy shit." So I go look, sure enough, my son, because he would have been it was like 8, 9 years old, whatever time frame, just by height, and my son was out cold. There was nothing.
Really?
And so I told my wife about it the next day, and then she asked Pam about it. She's like, "Oh yeah, things happen all the time
Yeah,
there."
that's little Bobby.
Yeah, it's like, and I was like, because you know that whole side of the island is a lot of old ritual places and ceremonial places right along the beaches and stuff like that.
Yeah,
So I'm
you
like,
don't take the tiki.
No, you don't take rocks. You fucking do anything.
I got a weird one like that too.
That was a Gilligan's Island thing, though.
Yeah, it was. Or and also the Brady Bunch.
Brady Bunch, yes. Well, they copied that. The genre just copied everybody's shit.
So we'll go back to 1989 out at my mom and dad's place, and out there on where the truck shop is and everything.
Mm-hmm.
It's a 2-story split level home. And when my nephew was born, my sister moved back up from San Jose, and was living out there. And I was in the Navy, I think, at the time. Well, my nephew was born in June of '89. I went in the Navy in October, so it had to be like October, November. Well, the baby, my nephew, Ronnie, my mom woke up in the middle of the night because she heard a bunch of racket downstairs. Because upstairs is just the master bedroom. It's got a stairwell, goes up to it. It's a pretty cool place. And she heard a bunch of racket. My mom gets up, and she's standing at the very top, and it's got a banister straight down, so you can overlook the living room.
Mm-hmm.
And she stood at the top of the stairwell, and she looked down, and there's my nephew in the middle of the living room, with all our family members sitting around him, deceased family members, my great-great-grandmother, my great-grandmother, my great-uncles and aunts, everybody that was dead was sitting around my nephew, celebrating him because he was the firstborn male child since me.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was like he was like the fifth. I think there was a newspaper article that they did on my family. My mom, my grandmother, my sister, and my nephew is like fifth generational Oregonian, or something like that. Fourth generation. It was, but she said that was probably about the spookiest thing that she's ever.
Oh, yeah.
done. But everybody was partying. They were having a good time.
Yeah, and to me, there's no reason why you should be afraid of ghosts.
I can't. Well, there's some mean sons of bitches.
Well, that's fine. Let them be mean. I don't give a shit. There's fucking mean son of bitches outside here. You know.
What if they get inside you and they knocking shit over at my house?
That's fine. I'm cool with that.
Are you cool?
That's how I'm gonna start
I am
videoing
not
it.
cool
I'm
with
gonna
that.
start videoing it. I'm gonna start videoing it. Make some YouTube money. I'm telling you. I take every opportunity to make some fucking YouTube money.
There might be one in here. Who
There
knows?
should be, but there's gonna be. Yeah. Liberal amount of fucking fishing line. We will make some ghost shit. Fucking those things will just spontaneously turn on. We can do some video editing on that. You put you in a green suit, fucking.
It's kind of like that place down in Vegas that we went down to. Zach Baggins.
No idea.
You ever heard of Zach Baggins?
Is that Bilbo's brother? Cousins, I think, probably from
Yeah,
Kentucky.
probably cousins.
Kentucky cousins.
Well, I mean, he's from Vegas, but.
Oh, well, Bilbo
But
probably
no,
was.
there's the Haunted Mansion down there in Vegas. It's almost right in Old Town. It's downtown. It's the original, one of the original houses in Las Vegas at Pacific Power, or a power company. They were the very first, you open a power company.
You got some cash.
Yeah, they have.
You're not worried about where dinner's coming from.
Yeah, so they call this mansion. It looks like a big farmhouse, but it's huge with a downstairs and an upstairs.
And it's downtown, Old Town.
In downtown Old Town, yeah, out by the Stratosphere.
Okay.
And it's haunted because I've been in it a couple times, and it's fucking spooky. There's some. Fuck, that can't be me. Nope, that's not me.
It's not me.
But yeah, that was kind of a spooky place of it. So if you ever want to go get the shit scared out of you,
No, I'm all about. I'll go check shit out.
yeah, go check it out if you're in Vegas. It's called the Haunted Mansion. It's pretty cool. Costs you like $20 to get in.
Yeah, that's cheap for Vegas
That-
standards.
for
I mean,
downtown.
Vegas or downtown. Yeah,
That's downtown.
downtown price.
If it was on the strip, it'd be 40.
So you'd be like, okay, prime rib or fucking Haunted House. You know,
Yeah.
I got my 1999.
Oh yeah, it takes you like 3 hours to do it.
Really?
It's pretty.
Is it guided or just like you just
Yeah,
wander
they
around
got a
aimlessly?
guide. They got a guide.
So they can
that-
spook you up?
Oh, they fucking spook you up big time. That's where I got the shit scared out of me by a little person. Almost dropped.
Like a
her
midget?
Like
Or a child?
midget.
Okay,
Like
midget.
Smaller than midget. She come running out of a closet. and
Dude, I would
would've
have
been-
drop kicked that bitch.
Oh, I damn near.
They should
Roy
be like-
was there. Roy fucking laughed forever. So we were walked into this room, and it's all these bunch of fucking crazy dolls. And dolls are spooky and creepy anyways.
Yeah.
So we're in this room. It's got a bunch of oddities and shit. You know, the guy with the horn coming out of his head, and the fucking snake with two asses, or whatever's in this oddity room. But there's
You know, you wouldn't even know a snake had one ass. How would you tell he's got two asses? I mean,
it was an oddity.
I looked.
I
you checked
lifted
it
up
out.
his tail.
Yeah, it was down. Okay.
But so we got this crazy room with all these dolls and shit in it. But then they got this back little room. So we walk in, and there was probably, 15 of us or so in this group. And we walk in, we're looking at all this cool shit, and go, okay. Very first room. I mean, you walk into the place, you meet your tour guide. He goes, this is where we start. We go in there, and he tells a story about the Annabelle doll, and they got all kinds of like famous shit in there. And then you walk all the way to the back of the room, and there's a Zotar machine. It's supposed to freak you out, and it did. But they had like a closet. This was a bedroom, and they had a walk-in closet type of thing. And I look in there, and there's all these dolls and shit on these shelves. And I'm like, I ain't fucking going in there. Not going to happen. So we're walking around on a sudden. She goes, "Okay, I need 2 volunteers to go into the closet." I'm like, "Not me. I am not going in there."
Once I came out the closet, I ain't going back in.
No,
motherfuckers.
I'm not putting me back in the closet. So, I go and everybody's like on each side of the room. So the room is probably maybe about as wide as the lounge here, if maybe a little bit smaller. People are lined up, and I'm just fucking fucking around, just looking around, not paying attention to everything. These 2 girls go into this little closet room, and I'm not paying attention. I'm looking at 2-headed monkeys and shit. And all of a sudden, I hear the screaming, and I'm like, what is going on? I turn around, I look to where the screaming's coming from. These girls come running out of this closet room, and I'm like, what's going on? All of a sudden, this little fucking midget, I think she's like in the Guinness Book as one of the smallest people in the world. She comes running out there just cackling and shit. I look at her. I jumped up. I screamed like a girl. I kind of did one of those, oh, fuck. And she comes running at me, and I head for the door. Everybody in the room just started laughing their ass off, including Roy. And because I had no chance, I was going to kick her.
Yeah.
I wanted to, and I would have probably caught her right in her ding ding.
Yeah.
Or
You gotta split her wide open.
I
huh?
would have split her wide
side
open. She would have been inside the Zotar machine.
Was she dressed up as a doll?
Yes.
Oh, fuck that.
Oh yeah, she was cackling and laughing, and after I screamed like a little girl and ran out of the room, she was laughing at me, and of course everybody else was. I wish they would have had a videotape of that because
I'm surprised they don't have like hidden infrared cameras.
Oh, they
just
should.
Just for that kind of circumstances.
Because that was probably, and I was scared. You know, have you ever been scared?
They probably have cameras in there so that people who are in there don't damage. Or,
Yeah.
Put a doll under their coat. And
I was gonna tear that
take
place
it home.
apart. I was that scared. It was hilarious to everybody else, not so much me. And then you hear all kinds of weird creaky noises, and they got Dr. Kevorkian's van in there that he, from Oregon. Dr. Kevorkian was assisted suicide here.
Until he wasn't.
Until he wasn't.
Then he was the guy.
Yeah. They got a bunch of oddity and a bunch of stuff from prisoner,
death row people.
Death
and all
row,
that shit.
Bun-
probably cult leaders and fucking Bundy,
and who's that crazy son of a bitch that was over in Pelican Bay?
Manson.
Manson. They had some of Manson's stuff, personal artifacts, and it's a cool museum to go look at weird shit. Michael Jackson stuff, Chris Farley. Yeah, all that.
I'll put it on my to-do list.
Yeah, I mean, if you're into it.
Yeah, because I like
If
that
not,
kind of shit.
drive
The only
on
thing,
by.
my only problem is with that kind of stuff, and like I said, I haven't been to that one, but like, I go in thinking, okay, it's just a fucking haunted house. It's gonna have a bunch of actors, a bunch of stage stuff.
No.
But if they create the environment, I guess I've never been in one. And I look at it. I always look at it like,
it's definitely. I felt something in there.
Yeah.
There were certain rooms in there that you get that really uneasy, nauseous feeling, and it's not because it's weird, man. It's weird. Like Hector said, you get that feeling.
get that weird energy thing.
Yeah, it was there. But anyways, enough
People
of
think
that
you're
shit.
crazy until that happens to them.
That's right, yeah. So if it doesn't happen to you, you're lucky. If it happens to you, fucking pay attention, because that shit's real.
I'm all for it.
All right.
I think we should have a haunted section of Goat Mountain.
Okay. The haunted area of Goat Mountain?
Yeah, we can find a spot that's got like a square thing.
Maybe like a
haunted.
gravestone or something?
Maybe something that somebody's not quite at ease yet with their death and are still
it's a thing, man.
wandering aimlessly throughout the world of a different plateau, I guess you'd call it.
You figure we should do something to like make him feel at ease and like.
Well, yeah, make him part of the family.
And
Give him a chore. Dude, it's your laundry day. What the
time
fuck?
for you to go
this
muck-
shit ain't for free.
Take
Muck
the
us
trash out.
Yeah,
God
damn it.
Yeah.
Go muck the stalls.
Go muck
We
the
don't have
stall.
stalls, but go if we did. Back when you lived here, there were stalls probably.
There were stalls. Go muck that stuff.
Because you didn't have a fucking garage for your horse.
Oh boy.
So what else we got going on? There's nothing really newsworthy these days right now. We're sort of in a
It's
lull.
just a bunch of hot chocolate bullshit.
Yeah.
You know, Hunter went in to be interrogated or whatever the hell they're going to do to him for his daddy.
Oh, with the intelligent guy, Gordon?
I have
Jordan.
no. I am. You're talking an oxymoron if you're using like military intelligence,
Yeah.
governmental intelligence. No, he was. He was. They had to talk to him in closed session for the impeachment hearings, and of course the Democrats all say that it was all dog and pony show and they got nothing and blah blah blah. It's like, well, you got some pretty credible witnesses here.
There is some, but it's also.
It's all
I mean, it's still going to be. It's still dog and pony esque.
Yeah.
But yeah, they're going to prop up the 5 pounds of information they actually have. They're going to make it think everybody think that it's 500 pounds kind of a thing.
Well, sure. That's just what it is.
And Biden could be the first president to deliver the State of the Union address during a government shutdown.
Yeah.
They still haven't settled that thing?
No.
You really think they're going to shut the government down?
No, they're not.
They won't do it. They always take it to the 11th hour, and they go, okay, we'll give you all that money for Ukraine, Taiwan, and Israel. Don't shut us down, please.
Well, I think the way to do that, a month before the deadline, okay, you now have a month to settle it. At that point, all salaries for the Congress stops.
I think so.
You're not going to get anything. You're not going to get any pay. Now you have a month to settle it, as
Yeah.
opposed to waiting until the month and then you don't get paid.
Right.
Well,
I got to
exactly.
figure out why they got to wait a month. They know it's coming. Don't it like happen every year?
Yeah.
Don't they threaten it every year?
It's not every year. It was what, 3 months ago?
Yeah, something like that.
January they passed a thing to extend it till March 1st, the continuing resolution or something like that.
Most corporations tend to do a budget
Every year.
annually.
Every year.
Yeah.
Not
and
every
the,
3 months.
And the government has not done an actual budget since Clinton, I don't think. I don't think they've actually had a budget passed without just doing a continuing resolution, like an actual new budget.
Yeah, that would be nice. We have to budget our corporations, our businesses,
And supposedly these
our household.
they say they're smarter people than the regular people.
I don't think so. I don't think.
They're smart in their own interests.
Absolutely.
Oh,
They have learned as soon as you get elected to Congress, I don't care what side of the aisle you're on, you immediately learn how to pick stocks better than anybody else in the fucking, better than Warren Buffett.
You learn how to become a millionaire very fast.
Yeah.
It's not because you signed a speaking engagement at Yale.
The last time Congress completed all bills on time was 20 years ago in 1996.
Jesus.
Instead of
does-
a functioning appropriations process, Congress has resorted to massive omnibus appropriation bills and continuing resolutions to carry over spending from the previous year.
Huh.
You know, if
That was
people can't do their job, they should be fired.
Exactly.
If you work for somebody and you can't do what they hired you
Mm-hmm.
for, they usually say the door's on the left.
Yeah.
Leave. There's a cute thing. There's some senator, I have no idea what, he dropped out of the race because turns out that his 20-year-old aide is pregnant.
How'd that happen?
Yeah. So it's one of the first times that a male individual is affected by an unexpected
Yes.
pregnancy.
Correct.
Probably the implications that he knocked up his 20-year-old.
At least he was 20.
Well, he does got that going for him.
Yeah.
I don't know if his wife would approve or not, but maybe
Yeah.
she's into that shit.
Yeah, she's an accessory.
She's an accessory.
She was watching.
She was holding the camera. She was holding the camera, getting that tripod all stabilized.
What they call that a name? Never mind. I don't know.
A fucking trooper.
A cool chick.
Yeah, fucking badass motherfucker. I mean, I don't know.
An observer.
Observer.
Yeah, there's a name for it. I'm sure somebody around here probably knows what it is. Oh, a cockhold.
A what?
Isn't that a thing? That's when a dude watches his wife get banged.
Yeah.
That's a
Yeah.
cockhold.
Is it actually cockhold or is it cuckold?
Cuckold.
I just put a U.
I want to call it a
Cockhold. Cockhold is something different. That's what you can't. That's what you're not supposed to do when you're eating your Fritos or whatever.
Right,
It's not Fritos. It's cornflakes.
You're not supposed to cockhold your bowl of cornflakes.
Even if you tried.
So Michael's going to look it up. Okay, good.
Yeah.
Well, we do a lot of research here at the.
A cuckold, 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 is a man who has been betrayed by his wife. If your wife cuckolds you, she is cheating on you with a different man. So basically, if your wife's a whore, then you've been
But I thought it was the dude that stood there and watched.
This is an old-fashioned word you can find in many Shakespeare plays. Though cuckolding is certainly older than Shakespeare and always exists as long as there are marriages.
Well, that's adultery.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think it's just.
Okay, the word cuckold derives from the cuckoo bird, alluding to its habit of just laying eggs in other birds' nests. So you're leaving your eggs in other nests then. God damn it, you're a cuckold.
Well, you probably should look up the Urban Dictionary. That's
okay.
Yeah.
We've moved past Shakespeare, have we?
Yeah, you're going to get
I didn't know I was going to learn something today.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're educational
The
program.
association is common in medieval folklore, literature, and iconography. English usage first appears about 1250 in the medieval debate poem The Owl and the Nightingale.
Okay.
Okay, how to use cuckold in a sentence. There are 3 types of cuckolded men: the submissive, forced bisexual, and the voyeurs. So that's the voyeurs part.
There it is.
Yeah. A small child catches her mother in flagrant with Santa and is racked with guilt about her cuckolded father. Smiley is being cuckolded by a man who is thousands of miles away. Who the fuck is Smiley? What?
The dude that's getting
How
cuckolded.
big is his dick?
I don't know.
I bet he's driving a Hummer.
Yeah. So anyways, yeah, the true dictionary.com noun, the husband of an unfaithful wife. Say Urban Dictionary now.
All right.
What if she's cool and lets you fuck other people? Like, what's the definition?
Well, that's just open.
That
Polyamorous.
Polyamorous, swinging, or
Pineapple.
pineapple.
Oh, yeah, the upside down pineapple.
Yeah.
I've heard.
Sideways, you name it. Now they use loofah.
Huh?
Loofahs are the new
term?
because the pineapple people got pissed because everybody was starting to turn into pineapple is cool and it was a thing, and now down in Florida I think they use the loofah sponge. If it's a different color, they're hanging loofahs on their shit instead of pineapples.
Oh. Okay, so Urban Dictionary, cuckold, a man who enjoys his wife commit adultery or be unfaithful with other men. Ben watched and filmed his wife having sex with another man, the fetish of being a cuckold.
Okay, there it is.
Jerry Falwell Jr. could not please his wife, so isn't that the fucking
the preacher?
TV evangelist guy?
Yeah.
So Jerry, funny how they would just normally, as an example,
pick out
they would
Jerry
just be like Smiley or Rick. And no, Jerry Falwell Jr. could not please his wife, so he got a pool boy to do it while he watched and was cuckolded.
All right.
So speaking of that, I got a joke.
You got a cuckold joke?
No, not really.
Okay.
But so there was a guy, this young couple got married, and of course the sex life was not that great. He was not doing it for her or whatever. And I'm going to butcher this, but you'll get the gist of it.
Okay.
The end, it'll all come together. So they go to the doctor, and he's like, Doc, he's like, hey, I know this specialist. He's doing this new thing where they are taking baby elephant trunks and put it in where your pecker is. He's like, oh, fuck, let's try that. So he goes, has a surgery. Everything's going good. They're over at her mom's house for dinner, having there. Next thing you know, elephant truck comes up, grabs a potato, comes back down. And the mother-in-law's like, sees it out of the corner of her eye, but she's like, I don't know what that was, but I'm not going to say nothing. A few minutes later, same thing. Grabs a potato, boom, gone. And his mother-in-law's all like, okay, what the fuck? And so they find out, okay, they told her the story. And she's like, no shit. And they're like, yeah. She's like, I want to see it again. He's like, I'd love to, but I can't fit another potato in my asshole. So, yeah.
Yeah.
One of those two. Anyways, yeah, that's my joke of the day.
Yeah. Matter of fact, I think I heard that.
Yeah, it's about 1985.
No. I think like last week someone told that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. It wasn't me.
No, it wasn't. It was not here. Maybe it's the Actor Club meeting.
That's probably it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they're good to the order.
Yeah. Yeah, they keep their reputation up. How's Donnie Carter doing, by the way? Is he around?
He was around last week. He was ornery. Last week he was on.
More so than usual?
Oh, fuck, he was on her. I got in a fight with him twice. And that
Was it drunk Donnie?
it was.
Yeah,
it was.
he's always good for an altercation.
Yeah, it's like, Donnie, we're on the same team, and you're just trying to argue with him about being on the same team here,
Yeah.
bud. Like, I'm agreeing with you. Fuck you.
Yeah.
I'm agreeing with you. You don't know shit. You're right. I don't. Go fuck yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was that Donnie.
I've seen that.
Love him to death.
Love him to death, but yeah, I've seen that Donnie. Don't
Yeah.
want to be around that Donnie.
Yeah, I'm here to support kids.
And you can tell he's got that look on his face too when he's in that fucking mode.
Oh,
like,
yeah.
like he had an extra 12-pack of Coors Light on the way to the meeting.
Yeah, he got a ride, so
Oh,
that
even
made
more
it-
so, yeah,
that made
'cause-
it a lot easier.
So he'd been spending the entire day.
Yeah,
So yeah, that's
but
great. So.
he's hanging in there.
Good.
Yeah.
He's a good dude. So we got anything else on the agenda? I don't know. I can't tell how long. We've been 35 minutes since the power tripped.
Oh, okay.
So we're just over an hour, probably hour and
probably
15.
just over it.
So yeah,
Yeah, we're there.
we're there. So
Bob's heading down to California. Down
Bob's
to
going down too. So
China
Next Friday.
Pino,
Yeah, Chiapino on the 9th.
and that supports the
IDES.
IDES.
It's the Portuguese culture.
Oh, okay. It's the kind of like Festival.
Yeah.
that's a Ford.
Yes.
It's a Ford Festiva.
Campino. Good. I love that.
I love good Chipino.
Oh, that's good shit.
Next week, we might have to do it Thursday because
Or Tuesday.
maybe Tuesday. Let me check my calendar because I think Wednesday is my hearing aid appointment with the VA.
Oh, what?
Yeah, Wednesday is my hearing. So yeah, I can do it Tuesday or Thursday.
I say Tuesday.
Okay, we'll do Tuesday.
Bob?
Your eye seems to be.
Yeah, it's basically been absorbed. All the blood has been absorbed
Okay.
back into my head. Apparently, I don't know where it
Well,
goes.
it's still kind of like
It's still got a little bit hanging on there.
yeah. You're kind of like one eye in it. Your eyeball or your lens is like more closed.
My lens closed.
Well, your
That thing. What's the thing on the camera? The
Shutter.
the shutter.
yeah,
The
your
shutter. My
shutter.
shutter's
your shutter's a little bit more closed
it's more
than normal.
it's more tight butthole than it's loose butthole.
It is tight.
Okay.
Do you bang your shit? What happened?
No, I had a sty, and I think just been putting the hot compress on it too much, and I'm on blood thinners. So I blew, according to the eye doctor, because I went to an actual eye
He
doctor.
blew his seal.
I blew a seal. Yeah, he's like, yeah, you've just had a blood vessel. I'm like, I've had that. It's just like a red dot. He's like, no, but you're on blood thinners, so it fucking takes. It took my entire, which I thought was cool. It was a cool look.
yeah,
And
you were solid. Yeah.
I was like the entire eyeball was bright red.
So the crazy thing, when I was a kid, if we got a sty in their eye, my mom told me, you know why you got a sty in your eye? And I'm like, no. She goes, because you were peeing outside. I go, well, then I should have more. Because that's what we do.
I thought she was going to start feeding you cornflakes.
Crazy thing, be careful out there. Pink eye is going around town.
That's a terrible thing in the schools.
Yeah, my grandson ended up getting it.
Isn't that just an infection though? Like an
Yeah,
infection?
it's just a conjunctivitis.
Conjunctivitis thing,
You
yeah.
get a little cold in your eye.
You
and
put some drops in there, and you wake up crusty with one fucking crusty eye.
Yeah, you get crusty the eye.
Like you got you were in some kind of 1970s fucking facial porn, fucking just on one side.
just drive by.
Yeah, just drive by fucking bukkake session. That's fucking all up in there. But yeah.
Bukkake.
So, anyways,
There's another word that you're going to learn about.
yeah,
I've learned so much today.
yeah. We are very informational, but yet you'll learn nothing.
Okay, so Bob's going back down
Back
to
on
Half Moon
yeah,
Bay.
do some Chipino action.
Yeah, nothing but crab and garlic bread.
Crab and garlic.
Nothing
And
wrong with that.
They use a red sauce in that, don't they? Don't they do like a tomato base? Yeah. We should do that.
We should.
We
Nothing
they,
but bowls of crab keep showing up as long as
what's
you
that
want.
cost you? What's the because it's an all you can eater.
What's the donation?
Yeah, donation's $80.
$80 for
That's-
all you can eat Dungeness crab.
Yep.
That's a deal.
Oh yeah.
How many crabs do you think they go through? Well, there's like hundreds of people that go there, right?
The
Or
place
10.
holds the hall holds I think either 600 or 800.
Oh shit,
Oh, that's a lot of crap.
that's a lot of fucking crab.
Oh, yeah, no,
But
they-
Dungeness, you can get a bunch. They got thousands.
Well,
out there.
there's a lot of them, but $6 a pound is what a Dungeness costs, pretty much. And if you go out there like I have my own boat and I go out crabbing, it costs me like $600 a
yeah,
pound.
yeah, exactly.
A couple of years ago when they couldn't get, they had to go way north just to get up the coast to get someone to the number of pounds and
Oh yeah,
tons
you
they
got to come
need.
to Oregon.
And they got to a point where the crab was too expensive.
Oh yeah,
And I remember they canceled one or two of them because it's just
I mean you're looking at $6 a pound if you're buying it, market price maybe at $5.
I would think though that for an organization and a benefit like that they could just charge $20 more. If you're paying 80, you would pay 100.
Oh yeah, you would pay $100 to do it.
well,
wouldn't you?
it's when we started, I think it was 40.
Yeah.
and it slowly has trickled up because the price of crabs.
Do they lay out how much out of that? So let's say they do, just for easy math, 1,000 people come through there. That's $80,000 of how much of that makes it to the end recipients. Is it 40%?
Well, your food cost got to be probably
probably
about
30 to 40.
30 to 40 on your food
but
cost.
where they make a ton of money is on the bar. I mean,
Oh,
okay.
well, yeah,
Absolutely.
that makes sense.
When we used to rent the same hall when we did wild game feeds with the lions, and
You would feed the lions?
yeah, I'm
Like
a lion.
small children? Small children?
And I ran the bar, and we could make $3,000-$4,000 on the bar profit.
Yeah.
So the way they line up to drink at that place during a Chia Pinot, I'm
Oh,
sure
yeah.
they're making 6 to 10.
Well, I know when we run the bar at Taste of the Rogue, and this is just at the Boys and Girls Club with 150 people, and we do roughly 3,500 in sales.
Yeah.
So we're talking probably $2,000 in profit just off 150 people.
Right.
For an event like that. So I can imagine what something like that size is doing.
What's really neat about them is you buy tickets, beers.
Beer, yeah,
tickets,
drink
all
tickets,
that.
yeah.
Right.
Well, a lot of folks buy $20 worth of ticket and spend
And-
18.
yep.
That kind of stuff.
Yep. That's an old bar trick.
Yep.
But so out of that $80, you and Gail go, and you go to the Chia Pinot Festival, and you will eat your $80 worth.
I try to do 100.
You try to
Got to
do
make up for the other half.
Because-
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Because she's going to do 20 worth.
And
She's
the
probably
gar-
going to eat like one crab total.
Oh,
Do they
fuck
split
no.
them? They split them in half, or
They crack them and stuff. You get legs and bodies.
legs and bodies on
Legs
one
and
side?
bodies, yeah.
Okay, so they clean them. They crack them in half,
Yeah.
and then they boil them in the red sauce.
Yeah,
And how many halves do you think Bob eats? I mean, it's a lot of work. You're committed.
Yeah, that's one
Yeah.
thing about dungeons. They are a lot of work to
Yeah.
get little pieces. That's why I like king crab, because you can put a leg up and get freaking a pound in one section.
Yeah, no,
Right.
I
like the flavor of dungeons better, though.
And we go through
Oh,
at
yeah.
least two, if not 3 bowls, and there's at least 5 or 6 crab pieces chopped in it.
Right.
I'm pretty sure I get 5 or 6 crabs into me,
Wow.
plus the garlic bread. And depending on who's making,
You don't eat the garlic bread, Bob.
the garlic bread.
You
don't
soak
get
it, you dunk it in it,
it
you
in
sop it
sauce.
up.
Just
Absolutely.
think if you didn't eat the garlic bread, you could have like 2 more crabs.
Well, they also serve. They start the thing with salad. And-
Oh, you skipped salad too.
Fuck a
Well,
salad.
no, I always put 1 or 2 leaves on my plate
Just to make it look what? Just to send it
Yeah,
back with?
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
Right,
So
as
I have-
my old grandmother would say, you need roughage.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It helps smooth things out.
yeah. No, it took us years to be able to get into a guaranteed ticket. I mean, it's
God, I wonder.
difficult to get.
It would be tough. I mean, I know that we could put on a Champino festival
Oh,
or
yeah.
a dinner here, but I don't know if I can get 10 people to pay $80 or if I can get 100 people to pay $80.
Well, figure out your cost first. You may not need to do 80. I don't know for sure, but I thought I asked them once how much, and I thought they get like 3,000 pounds of crab.
oh yeah, at
I mean,
$5
it's
bucks a
huge.
pound, they're buying $15,000 worth of Dungeness crab.
Yeah.
I remember when they canceled it. I think the crab was like 12 or 13.
Yeah, there a
bucks
couple
pound.
years ago, their crab, the demand and
was
everything
shitty.
went crazy,
Yeah,
and they
yeah.
shut down the ocean because we had, the crab weren't filled up.
Well, and there
yada,
was some
yada, yada.
bacteria, too, one year. That
Yeah,
they shut it down
yeah.
a couple years ago.
Well,
Yeah.
crab is a freaking.
It's a fucking vacuum,
It's a
yeah.
vacuum cleaner on the bottom of the
Yeah.
ocean, along with like any seafood. Shrimp are the same way.
Yeah,
Crabs,
they're all scavengers.
oysters, they are scavengers. Lobsters, but they're all delicious.
Yeah. Yeah.
They got good flavor in it.
So just think how good a cockroach must taste.
I've actually.
Chocolate
You're
covered.
like, I've been to the Philippines. I know.
I know in Cambodia.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, they got those big hissing fucking cockroaches.
Yeah,
too.
you don't need the big hissers.
Really?
Them fuckers will get you. But no,
They eat you?
There's a cool place in Cambodia in Siem Reap called Pub Street, and it's all. I'll talk to her later.
Well, I've had chocolate covered cockroaches, and
Yeah.
they're pretty good.
Pretty tasty?
Just crunchy. That's all.
Yeah, it's a texture
Well, it's
thing.
like I like shrimp that when you with the skin on and all. I just eat the whole thing because it's.
Oh, I do too.
Yeah.
I don't bother peeling. It's
No, I'm lazy. I won't fucking.
No, you get a fried shrimp. I'll eat the tail.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because it crunches up.
It's crunched
It's like a
up.
potato chip.
I don't know about
roughage.
Yeah, more roughage.
That
Calcium.
cytokine, what is that shellfish protein or whatever they have that they prompted that fucking made you lose weight.
I don't remember that one.
Starts with a C. C. I'm gonna Google that now.
Cialis?
Cockle.
Cialis. Cuckold.
Cockle Cialis.
Yeah.
Cornflakes.
Cornflakes. Yes. All the C words are coming out today. All of them. Every one, you cunts.
Oh, there it is. Now the wheels have fallen
That's why I have
off.
to check that. Yes, explicit material included on
Yes,
every
yes,
episode I post.
yes.
Parental advisory.
Parental
Thank
advisory.
you, Michael.
Yes.
Anyway, so no Abundant Grace or Delancey Street visits this.
No, I don't know.
Chido
We're
sang.
going to go down, and I don't really know if we're down there for a week or 2 weeks or what.
Okay.
'Cause
It could be
we
a quick visit. It could be just don't fucking fall down the stairs again.
No, I've done that. I've checked that box off.
Okay. Well, let's make sure that you're done with that.
It was a good lesson because I found, amazingly, how many things you can still do with one hand, and how many things in life need two hands.
Yeah, most of them.
Yeah, putting on pants was interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah, I can imagine.
that's
Well,
where you
you-
get
you-
sweatpants.
No, you know what I
That
found?
drawstring, one-handed. Yep.
You can use one hand to lift the pants up to where they ought to be, but you
That
need
button.
two hands to button. I found out you lay on a bed,
Okay.
so now you
And have
can
your wife do it for you?
No, you don't. You don't need a wife for this, because you're laying down. There's the gravity of pulling the pants down, which is to fight with, and you can.
You can one-hand it.
You can manipulate it with one hand.
Yeah,
Okay. I
yeah.
get you.
I still think the sweatpants is a better idea.
Oh yeah,
Just throwing that out.
I've been wearing joggers for a better part of 3 months now, because of my. Oh shit! I have my doctor's appointment Friday. We didn't. Yeah, that was after our last podcast.
Oh yeah, how'd that go?
I broke my tibia.
Oh yeah, no, you told us.
Yeah, tibia plate.
Tibia plate.
Yeah, tibia plate. And
So there's no surgery needed.
no surgery needed. It will heal on its own, and it's going to hurt for a while. And
So
it'll be fine.
chitosan, Chitosan.
Okay.
It's used in pretty much everything, supplements, everything. It's mainly derived from crustaceans, especially crab, prawns, and shrimp shells.
Okay.
So it's benefits for humans. When used as a food supplement, it does lower plasma cholesterol and triglycerides and improves HDL cholesterol total cholesterol ratio.
So eat more shrimp.
Eat more shrimp shells.
Well, I would imagine they probably take all that.
They take the meat out
Well, they take the meat out. Yeah, they don't grind it up and put it in a
in a capsule.
capsule.
But they could.
They probably. There's a lot of parts to that capsule.
Oh yeah, there's some filler and some fucking other stuff
Right,
that's in there.
right.
So
Yeah, just like any
All
other.
the good stuff.
All the good stuff.
yeah, all the stuff that makes it. But they say one of the side effects is constipation.
I think
imagine
there's a side
fucking-
effect on every diet
every
thing there
diet
is
thing,
out
yeah,
there.
because they freaking plug you up and it soaks all the freaking shit out of your body. So it's just
Yeah.
you just got a giant freaking golf ball coming through your fucking colon.
Yeah, it feels
But at
awesome.
least it's not
The dimples are the best
side
part.
the side effects are not and death. Since last probably October, you keep seeing these commercials. You know, blah blah blah. Ask your doctor, and the side effects are blah 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 and death. And you keep seeing this. Like, wait a minute, I've seen that before. Whatever. I decided to start to list. So I have a list of how whenever I see. I'm up to 57 different drugs that are advertised on TV.
Oh,
What ask your doctor.
Right,
This is
right.
great for you. But
is it 57 that you have no idea what they're for? Because I have found that.
They, I try to write down what they're doing. I mean, some are for heart, some for cholesterol, some.
Okay.
They all have.
The side effects are usually worse than what you're treated for.
Yeah, and it's like
You know?
Anal leakage is a thing.
That is, and potato chips.
They always contain the. Don't take it if you're allergic to it. Well, how the fuck do you know that?
Yeah, exactly. No, but that's the thing. The United States is the only country in the world, other than New Zealand, but New Zealand has restrictions that allow just free flowing advertising of pharmaceutical companies. And you look at CNN, NBC, Fox, all the major networks. 90% of their commercials are some pharmaceutical company.
Yeah.
And that's where the problem comes in. So they've got these drugs that are doing weird shit. And the news agencies aren't going to fucking mention it because there goes their advertising dollars. And that's the problem.
Well, my initial plan is when I go see my doctor the next time, I'm taking my list with me and saying, okay, they said I should talk to you about this. There's a lot of it. How do you want to handle this?
And he's going to pull out
By
a flyer
10.
from that company and say, this is what I'm supposed to say. It's exactly what he's going to. He's got my cheat sheet that they gave me because I knew you were going to come in because the TV said so.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
They outlawed, tobacco.
Advertising, yeah.
Why are the pharmaceuticals? There's a guy that went to fucking college to be a doctor. Why the hell do I go to him and say, hey, listen, I think this thing is good for me?
Yeah, exactly.
Wouldn't he tell me that?
Yep.
And it's just they should. I would like to see pharma outlawed on advertising.
Absolutely, it should be. Yeah. I agree, 100%. The only problem is it'll never happen.
No, because it's got so much fucking money.
They got so much money, the lobbyists, and then they've got the TV networks that now as a politician, you don't want to piss off that TV network and make them lose their cash cow, because then all of a sudden everything's going against you. So yeah, it's a double-edged sword. You gotta be the one guy that's gonna be, this is my one term because I'll never get voted in again after this, and I'm just going straight for that. That's my fucking special cause. Yeah. So we're just talking about pharmaceutical companies being able to advertise on TV and how nobody can do anything about it because of the amount of dollars involved, both politically and economically for the stations and all that. So
Bob's lobbyists come in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would like to see them made illegal to advertise drugs.
Well, and hold some accountability of the things that, you look at the OxyContin thing. And I don't know if you've watched Dope Sick or there's another one on Hulu that's supposed to be a better one.
Them, but I
haven't watched them, but they're supposed to be pretty impressive about how they actually laid out how the Sackler brothers, because it's a private company, and how they got OxyContin approved with the FDA by taking the one guy that does the approvals to a hotel for 2 days straight. And he didn't leave the hotel room. And next day he come out and it's approved in a way that nothing's ever I think he said it was approved with no noticeable side effects or something like that. No noticeable harmful. That was not just a straight cut and dry. No, there's no bad things. It's nothing we know about really.
The dude was
he didn't die.
Snorting coke.
Well, no,
he didn't die.
And within a year, I think it was. I don't remember the time frame. He is now working for that company.
Huh.
Yeah, he's got a high level, multi-million-dollar job.
Yeah.
Shocking.
Yeah. Huh.
So, but yeah, it was
where do
crazy.
we sign up for something like that?
You gotta have fucking pills.
Pills?
So we gotta go outside here, talk to some guys.
Yeah, we could talk to the city.
Talk to some
council out
guys,
there.
talk to them, say, hey, get up off the couch. We gotta get some fucking pills. So yeah, I don't know. I have no idea how to get started as a pharmaceutical company. You gotta have a guy that knows chemistry or biology or something.
Well, you need a guy.
You need a guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you need some other guys.
And then you got.
Then you need a lobbyist.
Right.
They're the important part of all the equations.
The lobbyists are the only ones that really work their ass off there.
Yeah.
Because the people making it, they're like, I don't really know what it does.
Yeah.
I got to find one thing it does, and we push that, and we ignore all the other shit, and then we lobby so that we're not held liable.
Right. Well,
So-
there's a lot of drugs that say it fixes this, but it ends up fixing that.
Well, no, because then you got to take 3 more to counteract each other's side effects.
True.
Including the anal leakage.
Anal leakage. That shit's that.
Because when you're shitting and you don't even know you're shitting, you don't want to be on a city bus with somebody like that.
Well, I want to figure out.
I don't want to be on a city bus
probably
anyways.
Figure
But
out if things aren't quite feeling right down below.
you would think.
You're like, oh, that I just shot myself.
No, it's just a slow drizzle. A slow drizzle.
I mean, kind of, if it dries, you're definitely gonna know.
Well, it's to me it would be like, okay, it's kind of like if it's a super hard rain, you know it from this metal roof. But if it's just a light drizzle, you got to go outside
That's
to
kind
see.
of like anal leakage.
Yeah, you got to go outside to see. You got to look for the drops in the puddles.
Right.
So
Well, if you're walking along and you're like, you
You're
got a little bit more movement
you
going,
get the
you're gonna guess that you got something going.
you get
on.
that squishy waddle going.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Weather app didn't say I was gonna fucking be raining like this.
Yeah, I know. Like, damn it.
Damn
That
app.
Fucking weather app fuckers.
You can have an anal leakage app.
Another thing
Ooh,
too.
we should do that.
Yeah, that's do that one.
Have
too.
you noticed that every single one of those commercials, they all have the same like
Actors?
idea of like, oh, everyone's like
Oh.
having fun.
Oh, yeah.
Swinging kids at a fucking park or something. He's like, boy, if
Yeah,
you're-
riding bicycles or soaking in a tub. Oh,
Riding shotgun in the Jeep.
Bob and his music.
There's a bubble in my belly, and I hope it's really smelly. I can feel it start to creep. So I leaned to my right, 'cause my cheeks were kind of tight. As I push a little bit, I think like lit. I thought I farted, but I shit. I thought I farted, bit of shit. And now it's squishy when I sit. I got poop all in my crack and a little on my sack. I thought I farted, but shit.
Oh no.
Bob has got the playlist
He
of all
does
playlists.
have a playlist.
He's got the playlist of all playlists.
At getting back to getting older, Hector, there's a few things in life that you don't that you don't trust. One's a fart, and you don't waste a heart on.
Yeah.
I've never trusted a fucking fart.
No.
All right, I gotta get this.
Okay, so, well, I'm about done. We're almost 2 hours in.
How long are these?
We go anywhere from an hour to 3 hours. There's no fucking
It
structure.
depends on how many solutions we need.
But I'm
I feel like we've accomplished a lot today.
Oh yeah, absolutely, and that's so where it goes by. If we talked about a lot of useless shit that nobody will get anything out of, then so be it. But that's what our goal is, and I'm sort of fighting a time frame because my Tesla, it's the rear driver's side tire is a magnet for fucking nails, and so I got to go to Les Schwab before it runs out because it's been good the last few days. If I just top it off at home before I leave the house, put it up to 40 psi, and it's good for what I'm doing throughout the day. But one of these days, that nail's going to be like, nah, we're done. So
Wait till the nail pops out.
well, no, that's that. Yeah. So yeah.
Okay.
So anyway, so yeah, we'll call it a day. Hector, thanks for joining us. We'll do it more often.
Hell yeah.
Next week, Tuesday, remember?
Yep.
So with that, we'll call it. Bam.